Hey everybody, it's a new day, and we ain't in the shop today. I've had a lot going on, and I've been waiting on some stuff for the shop to get done. So I figured in the meantime I'd tell you what I've been up to. Here recently, I spent a week up in West Virginia at a church camp with our home church, and that's why my van's all dirty back here. And we took it up there, and me and my sister's boyfriend Adam, which y'all have seen, stayed in that. We had a good time. We hung out and went bass fishing. Had an awesome time. But I figured a lot of y'all have a bunch of questions for me, and I know it makes me feel important. But some frequently asked questions in the comments, and questions that people ask me on a regular basis that watch the channel, or friends and stuff that want to know more. I've got a list of questions here, 4 or 5 of them that are frequently asked. So I figured we'd do a little Q&A while I set up some new fishing combos that I got. And a lot of y'all don't know because I haven't mentioned it, but fishing is another big hobby of mine. And I just bought this Proficiency swim cat or open faced spin caster yesterday, and I already got some 15-pound test on it, and I'm just gonna go through and fiddle around with this, answer some questions, and yeah. I don't know. I don't want to stray too far away from building cool stuff, and I don't know if it'll get any views or anybody will want to watch more like vloggy type stuff. I'd be willing to do it because I've always got interesting stuff happening, just not all of it is based in the shop, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna dig into a couple of these questions, and the first one is, how old am I? I look a lot older than I am. I'm only 22. So I just look old. It's not the age, it's the mileage, I guess you could say. But 22 years old, and I'm from Hickory, North Carolina. And next question is, how did I learn all this stuff, with building these rock crawlers or working on cars or just fixing stuff? When I was little, I grew up around my granddad, and he had a big shop, and I was always just allowed to go out there and do whatever and figure stuff out and take stuff apart and put stuff back together. And then he had old hot rods and cool stuff, and he was into like old outboard boat motors and just stuff like that. So I was able from a really young age to get exposed to not just going and seeing cool cars or whatever, and just knowing about cars. I was able to be real hands-on, and I started driving just little stuff around my friends' properties and stuff when I was a little kid. And yeah, so I've always been really into vehicles in general. And it's so crazy because I don't really care to drive, honestly. Driving, it tears my nerves up so bad, and I don't really care to drive, but I like working on cars, and I like going four-wheeling and stuff like that. But I don't know, I'm just a weirdo. But my next question is, what is your 5-year plan? I know everybody keeps hearing, you got a 5-year plan, you need to know like what's coming up or what's your goals or whatever. My 5, honestly, like in perspective of like what I would want to have in 5 years, that not necessarily goals, but what I would like to be going on in the next 5 years. hopefully in the next 5 years, I don't have to necessarily worry about money all the time, because believe it or not, I'm not a wealthy person. I sell 40-year-old Japanese toaster ovens on wheels on the internet. So I don't have a whole lot of money, but hopefully in the next 5 years, I would like to, have a little bit more money. I would like to be married. I know that kind of interferes with being a dumb kid and going four-wheeling with my friends, but you know what? All my friends, they're married and they've got good women and they like to go four-wheeling with us and fishing with us and stuff like that. So that would be really cool. Next 5 years, I'd like to have concrete all throughout my shop. I'd like to have a lift. And I just, I'd like to thin my herd of vehicles out a little bit and, just be more, mindful of what I have instead of having like 15 different things that are just constant projects. I also, I'd like to have my own place, which I know for me, it's not like everybody's like, oh, you turn 18, you need to get out or whatever. For me, there's never been a reason to leave. I get along with my folks really good. My parents are very young. I get along with my parents really good. We live on a big piece of property, so I'm around all the time, but there's no bumping heads. I pretty much take care of this place because my mom and dad, they work a lot. So there's lots of, stuff to do around here all the time. And it just works out because, I get to take care of this place for them. I'm home, I get to help out. And I still get to be here and enjoy time with my family. But I would like to, I own an acre of land up in the corner of our property. And I'd like to build a little spot on there. And honestly, really, if none of that comes to any fruition, my 5-year plan is just to keep on what I'm doing. I want to keep making videos on the internet and just being a dumb kid with my friends, honestly. I really, if none of that happens, I'm still probably going to be doing what I'm doing. And I really just enjoy tinkering on stuff and just being in the woods, camping and hiking and hanging out with my friends. So that's my 5-year goal. Tell you more if I don't kick the tripod out from under my phone. But next question, what are my hobbies? So most of y'all know I like working on Samurais and Volkswagens and all. I like working on stuff. I like going four-wheeling. I like camping. I like to go hiking when I'm able. I've got tendonitis really bad in my right foot. And that's why you always see me either wearing Vans or Crocs. A lot of people are like, well, why don't you wear work boots and stuff when you're welding? I can't. Like anything with an arch in it hurts my foot so bad. And I've just always wore Vans. I like Vans. They're cheap, they're comfortable, they hold up good. But yeah, I like to hike. I really love to fish. I like going fishing with my friends. I got some buddies with some bass boats. And if I can figure out a way to put pictures into this, me and my girlfriend, her dad's actually got a real big stock pond. And we caught a bunch of 3 and 4 pounders yesterday. And if I can, I'll figure out how to add some little pictures in of some of the fish we caught. But that and just hanging out, I'm not a real big drinker or partier or anything, but I do like here where I live in North Carolina, there's it's a crazy little bar scene. There's just in the town of Catawba, 5 minutes from me, there's a bar, and then right beside it there's another bar, and then right beside that there's another bar. There's always cool places to hang out, and everywhere serves really good food. I like going in and shooting pool with my friends and talking and stuff and hanging out with them and their wives and stuff like that. I'm just a young guy, so basically the same hobbies every young guy has, that's not into, I don't really care for video games and, all that craziness. I just, I like to work around here and I like to go fishing and just hang out with my friends, so. But next question. What got me into samurais? I'll tell you the big backstory, and then y'all can take what you want from there. When I was little, my dad had his own business, and he sold his business, and he had a nice new F-250, and he sold that truck too, and he went and bought like a $500 or $600 Samurai, and I didn't even know what a Samurai was, but he went and bought one. He showed it at my grandma's house one day and picked me up in it, and we rode around, and I fell in love with it, and we went to Uwharrie and stuff, and then he ended up getting another one and piddling with them. And then as I got a little older, I didn't have any Samurais of my own. And then when I was 15, I had two vehicles. I had a 87 or 88 Alfa Romeo Spider, like a little convertible Italian car. And I had a 89 Dodge D250 first gen Cummins, and I ended up selling the Alfa Romeo, and then right when I got my license, I was painting that Cummins and doing all kinds of stuff to it and like really brightening it up, and I wasn't finished with it. My granddad had my red Samurai, and stock as a rock, and it hadn't ran for like maybe an hour in 2 years. And the day I went to the DMV and got my license, I went about 30 minutes up the road to his business, and he told me, he's like, you drive this thing around, and I was mechanicking at the time, so like, I knew everything there was to know about them. And he's like, you drive this thing, and anything happens to it, you fix it, I'll buy the parts, and you just keep making it better. That way when you get your truck done and give me my Samurai back, it should all be gone through and nice, and I can drive it around. Well, after a couple months of that, he was scrolling online, and he found a Samurai that he really wanted, and it was a 92 JS two-wheel drive, but it had a lift kit on it and some 32s or 33s. But he didn't want he didn't need four-wheel drive. He just wanted something to just cruise down the road, had nice paint on it and stuff like that. And so he's like, hey, will you come with me to look at the Samurai? I was like, all right, sure. So we went up the road about 45 minutes on the other side of Mooresville, and he ended up taking it. So he bought that one. He's like, well, I'm thinking about selling my little red Sammy now. I was like, shoot, I'll buy it. I mean, you can't want a whole lot for it, I mean, it's nice, stock, clean Samurai, but it ain't like, no show car or nothing. And he's like, you know what, you give me $1,500 for it, I'll sign the title in your name, and we'll be done. I was like, all right, perfect. So I didn't have a whole lot of money. I didn't just have the $1,500. So I was like, well, Paul, I'm gonna have to make payments. He's like, that's fine, just as long as I get my money, I'm happy. So I paid him a couple $100 that day, and then a month later I paid him some more, and then anyway, I paid him the final bit of money, and then I was at the shop. I paid him the rest of what I owed him. He's like, well, next time I see you, I'll bring you the title and all that stuff. You just take it home. So I was like, okay. Well, I got some sort of sickness. I don't know what it was, but I was out for like 2 weeks. I was sick as a dog, felt terrible, and couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And I was laying in bed, and my parents, I thought they were out of town, and I heard like laughing and giggling. I was like, what in the world is going on? Am I just tripping, or am I about to die? Like, I don't know what's going on. And I was walking around the house, and I kept hearing giggling and laughing and stuff. And finally, I stepped out in the garage, and my granddad's standing there. I was like, what's up, Paul? He's talking to him. And he pulled an envelope out of his pocket and handed it to me. I was like, what is this? He's like, well, I was gonna give you that samurai either way. I just wanted to see if you'd pay me for it. I was like, all right, whatever. So I pretty much got that thing for free. He gave me every bit of money, and it wasn't like, if I gave him tens or 20, like that envelope had tens, 20s, 5s, 50s, 100, just whatever I had on me. He didn't take that and spend nothing of it. He put it right in that envelope, and gave it back to me the same way I gave it to him. So I ended up with that samurai for free. And ever since then, I've had the bug. So I've probably had, I know, well over 100 of them. I'll enjoy them. I enjoy working on them. I like, piddling with them. I like building them to do cool stuff. But yeah, I like all kinds of stuff. It ain't just samurais. I've had I've had a bunch of Jeep Cherokees. I've had all kinds of different stuff, but I always just keep going right back to the samurais. And but yeah, I've had a bunch of samurais. I enjoy them. The people that have samurais are generally pretty cool. But yeah, so I ended up. That's how I got into samurais, and I ended up with mine for free. And but I'm super grateful for my granddad, and I'm glad my dad ended up, showing me the samurais. But me and Dad, those first two we had so much fun in them things. Just anywhere. If there was a little trail cut out on the side of the road, Dad would just jump right off the road into the trail. Couldn't get them things stuck, couldn't break them down. I was like, dang, Dad, they ain't got no power. They ride terrible. They stink. They're uncomfortable, but I can't get away from them. So I really enjoy them, and I've really enjoyed, what little content I have. I think I've only got like 15 videos up. I've enjoyed what little content I have made and posted. I've enjoyed, showing y'all stuff about samurais, and but yeah, I was trying to do that 2 videos a week thing, but with just all the stuff I've got going on, it's that, and then trying to take care of this place, and trying to, work on samurais for myself, work on samurais for other people, work on vehicles in general for other people, helping my family out, and trying to make money all at the same time. Sometimes videoing just doesn't really fall right into the place. So it's a little difficult sometimes. I know it's been like a little over a week since I posted, but I'm really thankful for the few people that do watch and stuff. Really thankful for y'all, and if you've made it this far in the video, I'm glad you stuck around and listened. I know it has nothing to do with building cool stuff or whatever. I just wanted to answer some of the questions that are commonly asked, and if y'all like this type of ordeal, I would not mind sitting here in this chair and talking to the phone every now and again, because I've got all kinds of crazy stories, and yeah, but I figured I'd answer some questions for y'all today. And if you like this, please let me know in the comments. I need more of y'all to comment all the time. Comment. If you hate me, say you hate me. Comment, I hate you. At least that's a comment. So, yeah, make sure to leave comments and tell me if you like this style. You just want to be sat down and told, you know. Actually, here very soon, I would like to do sort of like a improfessional podcast, like me and maybe Adam, or me and Jangle, or me and Elijah, or hell, even me and my girlfriend just sitting out on her fishing pier. Even if we just sit out there and talk for a little while and fish and tell some stories about four-wheeling or whatever. If y'all like more of that stuff, comment, let me know. Same thing with the more of the vloggy stuff. If y'all want to see more of like what I do on a daily basis, make sure to jot it down so I can read it and see, because I'm always looking for new ideas and I want to entertain y'all, honestly. I mean, this isn't just for me. I would like to entertain y'all more, and you know, if I get a bigger following, that just means that YouTube's going to pay me, you know. So it's the best of both worlds for both of us. I mean, more people that follow and watch and comment and are active with this, and want to see more vloggy stuff, or just what I'm doing on a regular day or whatnot. I'm down with, getting more into that. Or if y'all just want me to stick to keeping my mouth shut and showing y'all cool stuff, I'll work on that too. So might get a little good balance in between there. But yeah, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and if y'all have any more questions, I would not mind doing a second Q&A. I've honestly had a lot of fun just sitting here talking. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and hope y'all have a great week. 3-pounders all day, huh?